This weekend's Off the Script is brought to you by my friends over at Wrestle Rumble TLC Pick'em is now open. Single entry, $10. Triple entry, $20. TLC Pick'em is a contest based on a point system, and the winner will be the contestant with the most points. Contestants can earn points by correctly picking the winners of TLC matches and various other questions. The winners will be announced at the end of SmackDown Live 2 days after TLC, and the winner will receive their cash prizes via PayPal on Tuesday, December 6th. Runners-up will also receive their prize money on December 6th. Now, you're probably wondering, JD, what are first, second, and third place going to get? Listen to this, guys. These prizes are so great, even Bobby Roode would deem them glorious. First prize, $500 cash plus custom artwork from John Toomey of ToomeyDrawings.com. Plus, listen to this, 2 lower level tickets to NXT TakeOver San Antonio, courtesy of Ticket King Online. Second place, $100. Third place, $100. Unbelievable. For all other information, please visit WrestleRumble.com, and there better be a winner who listens to Off the Script. WrestleRumble.com, TLC Pick'em, now live. On this episode of Off the Script number 146, part number 3 for your TLC Sunday, I got news on why Sasha Banks beat Charlotte again on Monday Night Raw for the Raw Women's Championship. Also, Undertaker's Wrestlemania match with John Cena appears to now be in jeopardy. What the fuck is going on with John Cena? Also, will Bill Goldberg win the 2017 Royal Rumble? Opinions running wild on the internet, according to several sources regarding Bill Goldberg. Also, could WWE be building towards a Shane McMahon versus Dean Ambrose match at WrestleMania 33? I'll tell you what, as long as it's not the rumored Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania, I am okay. All this, plus so much more, on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Off the Script this TLC Sunday. Remember, tonight with the pay-per-view, follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. I'll be live tweeting my reactions to everything that happens tonight during the pay-per-view. And then we will conclude the evening with the official review and results right here on my channel. If I have any late-breaking news regarding the pay-per-view, Off the Script Extra will be coming at you in your sub boxes today throughout your Sunday afternoon, man. So keep an eye on that. Also, if you guys want to take advantage of this WrestleRumble.com pick'em for TLC, please do so, man. Entry forms are now live. You got until 7:59 p.m. to get your picks in. $500 cash plus tickets to San Antonio TakeOver, man, during Royal Rumble weekend. You can't get any better than that. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. WrestleRumble.com, official sponsor of Off the Script this weekend. We're going to start off with the number one story here. I think probably for the week, to be honest with you, I haven't seen anything bigger than this. This is actually very, very interesting and very intriguing. And by the way, the Young Bucks signed extensions with Ring of Honor. I do not have that news article in front of me. I did read that last night. They re-signed with Ring of Honor, so everything that I talked about this weekend on Off the Script, consider it bullshit. I gave my opinion on it. I thought that they would finally make the jump to WWE, and they did not. They're staying with Ring of Honor until 2018. We will reconvene at that point in time, and maybe Nick and Matt Jackson will show up in WWE and show us why we should all have a super kick party, man. So I am very disappointed in that. Honestly, I wanted to see the Bucks of youth in WWE, but honestly, dude, from me to you, they don't need WWE. I mean, they're one of the most decorated tag teams in all of the industry right now. They don't need WWE. They're making their money. They're very well off. And maybe they know something that we don't, man. Actually, most of us know. The smart ones know what happens when you go to McMahon and Kevin Dunn. You know, he'll look at fucking Nick and Matt. Who the fuck are these fucking skinny punks? You know? So they must have knew something, and they're comfortable, man. You can't fault them. They're comfortable in Ring of Honor, and they're remaining loyal to Sinclair and Ring of Honor, all that stuff, man. So listen, good for them. I'm disappointed, but like I said, 2018 we will be talking about the Young Bucks and their contracts coming to an end, and maybe they will at that point jump ship. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. But Dean Ambrose versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33 is now being rumored. And the way things are playing out with Ambrose and Shane McMahon just a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown Live, this might very well become a reality. It now seems pretty clear that WWE is building towards Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 33, which brings up an interesting question. Who will Shane McMahon be in the ring with when WWE heads to Orlando next spring? Originally, WWE was planning a Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar match. Thank God that's off the table right now. For WrestleMania 33. They began the angle back at SummerSlam in August when Lesnar laid out Shane after he destroyed Randy Orton in the show's main event. But thanks to the success of Goldberg's return, we probably won't see Lesnar versus Shane at WrestleMania 33. WWE is still interested in having Shane McMahon wrestle on their big shows, as they believe he is one of the biggest stars that they have, and that's fucking sad that I had to actually reiterate that to you. He is a McMahon, yes, but to say that he's one of the biggest stars that they have, isn't that a slap in the face to the rest of the roster? Isn't that a big red flag as to why WWE has not built new stars, that they have to consider Shane McMahon one of their biggest stars? Give me a break, please. Fucking ridiculous. I hate the fact that WWE has not built up any new stars. Yeah, let's what about this Roman Reigns kid? Yeah, we'll just shove him down everybody's throat and we'll fuck everybody else in the roster. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that Shane McMahon is one of the biggest stars that they have? Well, because his match with The Undertaker this past year's WrestleMania 32 was the show's true main event, even though the match was fucking terrible. The match was fucking awful, except for that one spot where Shane McMahon wanted to be a fucking daredevil, right? The match was terrible. It was really all about that. Okay, Shane, Hell in a Cell, Undertaker, yeah, he's jumping off. Everybody knew it going in. We were just waiting. Where's the spot? Where's the spot? When's it coming? Okay, that's it. Show's over. One of the worst WrestleManias ever. With the worst WrestleMania main event, one of them at least, of all time, with Roman Reigns and Triple H. Awful. Absolutely awful. Well, people consider that the true main event. It drew the most interest from casual fans. I just told you why. So even though he won't take on Lesnar in Orlando, he'll still likely have a match. As previously mentioned, many are wondering who Shane McMahon will be in the ring with at WrestleMania, and the answer to that question is former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Dean Ambrose. You got to look at it this way. Ambrose, after this AJ Styles situation, is not really going to be mixed in with the world title. I believe, if WWE is smart here, AJ, Undertaker, Cena, I don't think Dean Ambrose is going to fit into that equation. So who does Dean Ambrose fight at WrestleMania? I mean, Ziggler, Miz, there's really nobody else, right? Shane McMahon is the most logical answer to that question. And if it was really going to come down to Shane McMahon and Dean Ambrose, I think those two would have a great match. to be honest with you. You know, I think that's a great match for both guys. Remember when Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon were having that little back and forth, and we all thought, well, maybe Shane McMahon's going to be, you know, teasing a feud with Kevin Owens. That's still something I'd like to see as well. I thought that would have been great. Dean Ambrose, I think, would work just as well as Kevin Owens against Shane O'Mac. On SmackDown, WWE slowly began building tension between Ambrose and Shane. As you've seen, Shane tried to kick Ambrose out of the building, and he came back into the arena as different aliases. My favorite one being the Mountie. Of course, as of this writing, Ambrose is scheduled to take on AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at TLC tonight. Tables, ladders, and chairs. So while tension is building between the SmackDown commissioner and the former champ, nothing big will happen until after Ambrose's feud with AJ Styles has ended. It looked like Shane McMahon was badly injured at the Survivor Series on November 20th, thanks to a blown spot with Roman Reigns. Some believed he suffered a concussion after his mid-air collision with the United States champion Roman Reigns, and while there's been no official word on the status of Shane, or whether or not he did suffer a concussion, it doesn't look like he'll be returning to the ring at least until WrestleMania 33. No need for him to return to the ring. Save him for WrestleMania. He should be good to go. While appearing on the live audio wrestling podcast, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dave Meltzer. Magic 8 Ball. And Dave Meltzer stated that another possible opponent for Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33 is Triple H. I don't see that happening. Of course, it does look like WWE's building towards Triple H for Seth Rollins, but who knows? I got news on Seth Rollins. If you guys are listening to this on YouTube, I will have a part 4 of Off the Script. I have so much news this week, and it's ridiculous. So when I upload this on Sunday for iTunes and Podbean, you guys are not going to get that. So if you guys want to head over to the YouTube channel and you're listening on iTunes and Podbean, please subscribe to the channel. I got an Off the Script Part 4 over there on Monday morning. I got news on Seth Rollins and Triple H, and there's news now that their match is not taking place at WrestleMania. So listen for that, okay? But Dave Meltzer is also mentioning Shane versus Triple H. It does look like WWE is building towards Triple H versus Seth Rollins, but who knows? Maybe they'll decide to go with a match between the brother-in-laws. Also, during his appearance on the live audio wrestling podcast, Meltzer stated that WWE could be heading towards a Dean Ambrose versus James Ellsworth match at some point. Of course, an Ambrose versus Ellsworth match is probably not something that's WrestleMania worthy. I don't think it's even fucking main event worthy. And I'm talking about main event on the network. Fuck that. So, if they are planning on doing that match, they'll probably do it shortly after the TLC show this coming Sunday night. If Ambrose doesn't end up as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion after this Sunday show, which he presumably won't be, there really isn't anyone on the SmackDown roster that would be a good opponent for him at WrestleMania, which I just previously stated, unless they bring up someone like Samoa Joe or Shinsuke Nakamura from NXT. So all signs seem to be pointing towards a Shane McMahon versus Dean Ambrose match at WrestleMania 33. Does this mean that Ambrose will turn heel at some point before next spring? That remains to be seen. It does look like Ambrose could use a nice little reset button. Maybe a heel turn would be just that. But that remains to be seen, like I said. Ambrose heel turn has been talked about for several months now. In fact, it was rumored that he was going to turn heel before WrestleMania 32, but that rumor never turned out to be true, although WWE did consider that situation before they booked him against Brock Lesnar. We'll likely see more tension between Shane and Dean on Tuesday SmackDown, but as previously mentioned, don't expect it to boil over until early 2017. I like this. I like this situation. I like that scenario. That's a big match for Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, one that would be a much better situation for him than the Brock Lesnar disaster that was at WrestleMania 32, which was nothing but a glorified squash match at WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose did nothing to make himself a believable opponent against Brock Lesnar. Rumors ran wild on the internet that everything that Dean Ambrose brought to the table about that match and wanting it to make it special, it was all turned down for Brock Lesnar, or in favor of Brock Lesnar. It was a 12-minute squash match, and that's all it was. It was not WrestleMania worthy at all. You could have seen Brock Lesnar didn't care about anything in that match. He went in there at WrestleMania, collected a paycheck, and went home. And then he got ready for UFC 200. So maybe that had something to do with it, maybe not. But Ambrose was not looking good at WrestleMania this year. Neither was Brock Lesnar, for that matter, but I think a Shane McMahon versus Dean Ambrose match at WrestleMania this year would be a great match for both men, and something that I personally would like to see, man. The tension, and I know it's tension between another GM or commissioner, authority figure versus a wrestling talent. You know, we've seen it 1,000 fucking times, but if done right, it could create an intriguing story, and I'm certainly interested in seeing what happens as we get closer to WrestleMania 33 with Ambrose and Shane McMahon. News on why WWE had Sasha Banks beat Charlotte again for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Great match. Not going to sit here and say it wasn't, but the women's division on Monday Night Raw is fucking awful. Absolutely awful. When you got Emma and Summer Rae tweeting Mick Foley, please end it now, you know you overdid it. Give me a break. This women's feud will go down in the annals as the most forced feud I think we've ever seen. On top of that, you got Triple H and Roman Reigns. You know, that's up there as well. But this one might take the cake. I tell you that. I am not interested in anything these two women do at all. I'm ready, more than anybody, for something new. And I read this morning that Tamina is touring with WWE. She's going to be back on the road, if not already. But then again, who the fuck is Tamina? How is WWE going to introduce Tamina to the WWE audience and make us care? Or is there going to be another one of those deals where she comes out and there's nothing but fucking the sounds of crickets in the arena? So, WWE's got a lot of work to do with their women's division on Monday Night Raw to make me care about all the other talent, because you put so much energy into Sasha Banks and Charlotte that you pretty much forgot there's other women on the roster that need to be showcased and focused on as well. But we know by now that Sasha Banks beat Charlotte in her hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina on Monday night. But the question is, why? WWE clearly has two amazing women who are absolutely outstanding in the ring, and they both give us matches that make us love women's wrestling. That may be true, but WWE and the way they're booking the women's division on Monday Night Raw is making me hate women's wrestling. I much rather watch SmackDown's women. That's just me. However, we've seen these two fight for the better part of 6 months with almost as many title changes. Sad. Very, very sad. Charlotte and Sasha are both now 3-time Raw Women's Champions in 1 year. Yeah, great credible champions you got there, Mick Foley. Great champions you got there. How can I determine who is better than who if there's nothing but, okay, Sasha, Charlotte, Sasha, Charlotte, Sasha? You can't determine who's better. You know, you could fucking gloat and praise, oh, these are two of the greatest women wrestlers in the world. That might very well be. But you're showcasing them as nothing but losers. Can't hold on to a title. Give me a break. That's not what we want to see in 2016 going into 2017. I said it on Raw when I fucking ranted about this bullshit. It's not the amount of title reigns that you have. It's what you do with the reign and what happens within that reign as you hold the championship. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm a fucking asshole. A credible champion is someone who goes into the ring and beats opponent after opponent after opponent, like Asuka. Asuka is the perfect example. Asuka is the perfect example of how you book a women's champion in WWE. I don't even need to explain myself. She's undefeated. Nobody could fucking beat her. WWE has nobody left on the roster for her to go through. They had to fucking go out and get Mickie James, who was looking great in her match with Asuka, yet she still lost. All it takes is one Asuka lock, bro. That's the perfect example. I don't even need to explain anything to you, Foley. Look at what NXT is doing with Asuka. That's how you build a women's champion. Meanwhile, Asuka's probably looking at these women. These women suck. Why the fuck would I want to go to Monday Night Raw for when I'm fucking being treated like a queen down at NXT? Bullshit. That's the perfect example of how you book a women's champion. So, they fought for the better part of 6 months. 3 title changes. That means 6 reigns had to occur this year. All of Banks' title wins have happened in the last 6 months, with Charlotte having a huge Divas title reign and nice women's title reign as well, before finally losing the title to Sasha Banks. It was a shock when Banks won the title. The first time was great. I will give them that. The first time was great, and I was all for it. And Sasha Banks should have never lost it. Sasha Banks should have never lost the title from the moment she won it. She should still be champion. She should still be reigning champion. And Charlotte should have never even had the title. It's the simple fact that Charlotte is one of the chosen ones in WWE. And WWE wanted to take this fucking make-believe streak and make it into something that was bigger than it should have ever been. Oh, she's undefeated on pay-per-view. Is that the best you could come up with? Now what? So we get to Roadblock, and what? We're going to see it again, and we're going to see another title change? I don't know, man. If Wrestle Rumble has a pick'em, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to bet against Charlotte on pay-per-view, man. WWE would be that stupid. What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know, man. The first title reign from Sasha when she beat Charlotte on that first Raw after the brand split, that's when I was all for it. And then it just fucking snowballed downhill after that. Nothing that these women did was anything close to interesting. Sasha lost it at SummerSlam. Then we get to Hell in a Cell, right? And the fucking cell is shoved down our throats. Women's revolution, first time ever. They're breaking boundaries. I'm fucking vomiting in my mouth. Shut the fuck up. Give me a break. Seriously. If you have to force something down my throat for me to like it, nobody's gonna like it. Let it happen organically. Let it happen naturally. I don't know why you took the belt off Sasha Banks to begin with, injured or not. Injured or not, she was injured following SummerSlam. Okay, she came back 3 weeks later and proclaimed that she's taking the title back. Which is what she did. And then she lost it again. So stupid, man. Whoever is booking this feud, please, step away. Step away. You do not belong booking wrestling at all, let alone in the industry. You're making a mockery of both of these women and the women's division. Because you put so much effort into building these two women up. Nia Jax, well, Tamina was hurt. Summer Rae, Emma, right? You take Emma off fucking TV. She's been back. She's been ready to be back for about 3 months now, according to fucking sources. And you're getting it ready with Emelina. Emelina's about to make her debut. Hopefully. And I seen a picture online with Emma. I seen a picture. She's still evil Emma. Maybe they're saving the debut and the new look for Monday Night Raw to not spoil the surprise. But, I mean, when you got your own women tweeting, end it, Foley. Please end it now. There's a problem. If it was good, people would be like, oh my God, I could watch these guys fight forever. You know? I could watch these women fight forever. I could watch Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fight forever. I could watch fucking, I don't know, the way The Miz and Dolph Ziggler are giving us feuds. You know? That's a great fucking feud that I don't mind seeing. With every twist and turn, there's always something new. What's happening here? It's nothing but fucking take the title off Sasha, put it on Charlotte. Take the title off Charlotte, put it on Sasha. Rinse and repeat. And then Foley's like, oh my God, we have the greatest women in the world. Where? 3 title reigns, 6 title reigns between both women, yet they're two of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, apparently, to WWE, right? So the title reigns make the women. Give me a break. Absolutely pathetic in what they've done here with this entire feud. Now, where the fuck am I? Okay, women's title reign, as well as before finally losing the title to Sasha Banks. It was a shock when Banks won the title on the first Raw after the brand split, which I said, when she beat Charlotte in impressive fashion. Everyone loves the matches the two have put on, but it has now gotten to a point where fans just want something different. We cannot be given the same thing over and over and over again, which I knew was going to happen with the brand split. I knew it, and I explained this already to everybody, yet I was the one who was called a fucking internet smart mark. Go fuck yourself. Or it becomes ruined, okay? However, WWE made sure to let the world know that this was the conclusion of their rivalry, seemingly regardless of who wins. The question still remains, why did Sasha Banks take home the title yet again? There seems to be a good reason behind it. WWE knows they have given Banks terrible title reigns over the last few months. You could probably say the same thing about Charlotte. In order to make her a credible champion, they need to let her hold the title for a while longer. Well, why didn't you do that when she first won it? Now you're coming to this realization? Seriously? The plan is still on for her to face Bayley at WrestleMania 33, giving us a major women's title match that we've been hearing about for months. This frees up Charlotte for other things if WWE can manage to give us the match they want to have. The plan as of now is to find a way. And how they find this way, I don't know. But good luck to you. Find a way to bring in UFC star Ronda Rousey for a match with Charlotte and have it take place at WrestleMania 33. This meant that Charlotte had to drop the title sooner or Banks would have yet another short reign heading into the match with Bayley. WWE would want to put Bayley over in that match, which they could not do credibly without a credible Sasha Banks first. I'm shocked that they actually have a fucking thought in their brain. Jesus Christ, we knew that already when she first won the title. Now it's almost the new year, and now you're coming to this realization. There is a plan, which I have a story on after this. There is a plan to turn Sasha Banks into a heel, thank God, starting early next year, but it will depend on the opportunity and what the WWE needs going into WrestleMania 33. They need for Banks to remain face for now, because the roster is very limited at the moment. Emma is returning soon, and as of now, we don't know what her affiliation is, if she's going to be a face or if she's going to be a heel. One would have to assume they would go face with her if they plan to truly turn Sasha soon. Does WWE have Nia Jax in the foreground, waiting for something bigger? We don't know. Nia Jax is still around to use as a random heel if they need, which is very helpful. However, Summer Rae and Paige are out right now. If Summer Rae was there, if Paige was there and healthy, both of them healthy, maybe we wouldn't be complaining about the women's division. Maybe. But I am not going to sit here and say, oh, WWE, you got to give them a break. They got injuries. No, SmackDown's got fucking 5 women, and I don't count that redheaded fucking loser, okay? I don't count her. They got 5 fucking women on that roster that they're utilizing, and every week it doesn't feel overdone. How is that possible? Every week feels fresh with 5 fucking women, barely enough to even utter the words division. How is that possible? Meanwhile, WWE has Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, right there. You got 3 of NXT's best ever. Nia, Dana Brooke, who's awful. But, I mean, if you included Nia in all this, maybe it won't get stale. The draft fucked up a lot of things. And WWE obviously didn't know what they wanted to do. And they still don't know what they want to do. And this is why I always stated that the women should have been on one brand. The cruiserweights should have been on SmackDown. The women should have been on Raw. Tag teams should have been the only title floating around. We would see tag team wrestling on both brands. The women I could deal with on one brand. It gives you a reason to go out and watch the fucking show. Oh, I like women's wrestling. I have to tune into Raw. Oh, I like the cruiserweights. I have to tune into SmackDown. You got the cruiserweights on Raw, and they're fucking dying. You got women on Raw that are dying. Why don't you put all the women in one division on one brand and give that brand exclusivity so that more people who are in tune to watching women's wrestling go over there to watch it because they enjoy it. Put the fucking cruiserweights on SmackDown. Give them something that's exclusive that people are going to go out and make an effort to watch. Tag team wrestling. Oh, look at this. You got the New Day. They got the New Day as tag team champions. Longest reigning tag team champions of all time. Against who? The Shining Stars? Gold Dust? Give me a fucking break, dude. Enzo and Cass, they've become nothing but a fucking comedy act. Awful, awful, awful. Gallows and Anderson? What happened to those guys? They're looking at the Young Bucks and they're probably saying, fuck, I should have never left New Japan. Look at the money that the Young Bucks are probably making. And look at the money that Gallows and Anderson are making. And then look at how they're being booked creatively. I don't give a fuck how much money you're paying me. I'm in wrestling. I'm in the business to succeed and be a fucking top name. Are they a top name on Raw? Fuck no. Fuck no. Prioritize your life. Obviously money is important. But if money is going to be more important and you don't mind being embarrassed, then that shows why you are there in the WWE to begin with. You took a paycheck and you don't care how you book. Then you're going to go on Twitter and social media. Oh, I got a fucking hot Asian wife. I'm happy. Yeah, you happy? You happy? You got fed to Roman Reigns for fucking 3 months straight. New Day embarrassed you. Enzo threw a fucking pumpkin pie in your face. Gallows is fucking bobbing for apples on Monday Night Raw, dancing with fucking plastic skeletons. Yeah, great choice you made there. Great choice. Now you know what? Now you want to know why the Young Bucks didn't go to Monday Night Raw or WWE in general. Give me a fucking break. Raw is fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic in everything that they do. Anybody that genuinely enjoys this show for 3 hours every fucking Monday, you are in serious need of help. I fucking despise Monday Night Raw. If there's one good thing on Monday Night Raw that I actually enjoy, I consider myself fucking fortunate. Because there's nothing coming out of that show that's even remotely interesting right now. At all. Jericho is the best thing about Monday Night Raw. The List is the best thing about Monday Night Raw. Somehow WWE fucked over Rollins. They made him boring. Reigns is fucking god-awful. A fucking brick wall has more charisma than Roman Reigns. Yeah, everybody wants to come on fucking Twitter. Oh, JD from NY is fucking trash. His podcast makes my ears bleed. Why? Because I don't suck Roman Reigns' dick? Please. You're the one with the fucking Roman Reigns picture in your Twitter profile as a head. Anytime I see, and I'm ranting now. I'm not even fucking concerned about this. Anytime I see a Roman Reigns fan on Twitter with a profile picture of Roman Reigns or someone in the header on your Twitter page with Roman Reigns, you are fucking benched before you even utter a letter to me. Done. You live a sad existence. Then you want to tell me I suck. Why? Because I'm telling you the truth about your hero, Roman Reigns? Huh? You can't live with the fact that the guy is fucking terrible? He's got a fucking piece of shit wrestling moveset, and he's the same thing over and over again, and he's got fucking zero charisma. The fucking bedsheet that I'm looking at has more charisma than Roman Reigns. Give me a break. Guy is awful. The guy is awful. It might not be his fault. Obviously, he was given shit promos to work with, and Vince McMahon fucked him over to the point of no return, but this is what we have to live with. And what we're living with now is someone who is a shitty WWE superstar. Awful. And this is the guy you want to make a dual champion. A dual champion on a brand that is fucking sinking faster than the Titanic. Give me a fucking break. Where the fuck was I? Do I even care about Sasha Banks and Charlotte? No. Ronda Rousey. WWE wants Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania. So you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, we're going to get Ronda. Ronda Rousey's still with the UFC. Why are you talking about Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania when she's got a fight coming up? How do you know that Ronda Rousey wants to come over to the WWE? How do you know what she wants to do after she finishes UFC? How do you know she's not going to win her match at UFC? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then you're going to put Ronda Rousey in a match with Charlotte. What's going to happen there? You're going to put Charlotte over Ronda Rousey? God, if I see that, I think I might develop AIDS if I see that at WrestleMania. I don't think I'll look at Charlotte in the same way ever again. It's not believable. WWE wants Ronda Rousey for a match at WrestleMania with Charlotte. This meant that Charlotte had to drop the title to Sasha, or Banks would have yet another short reign heading into the match with Bayley. Okay. Fine. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't automatically have something booked in your head that is nowhere near realization. That doesn't make any sense to me. This whole division doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not surprised that WWE wants to go in this direction. So WWE right now has Nia Jax, Dana Brooke on the main roster. They've been limited in what they've done. This is why Banks and Flair's rivalry has lasted so long, because they don't know what to do with the rest of the fucking women on this roster. They had no choice but to go with this until they had people back and ready to go. So why put the divisions on both brands? It doesn't make any sense. If you knew this already, which was an issue when the draft happened, why did you split the rosters up into two? I'm talking about the divisions. Why did you split the divisions into two brands? And why didn't you keep them on one brand? If you were worried about being limited with talent and you knew that you were going to have to rely on Banks and Flair for 8 fucking months, why didn't you put them all on one brand? I don't get it. I really don't understand the logic there. They had no choice but to go with this until they had people back and ready to go. WWE did not want to add Bayley into things too heavily before WrestleMania 33 either. So that left us with the stuff that we saw with Charlotte and Sasha. If Paige and Summer Rae had been around, it is likely they would have gotten some shots at the Raw Women's title. I don't even know about that. Summer Rae, a shot at the Women's Championship? Please, give me a break. Due to their experience. Sadly, though, injuries and suspensions got in the way. But with Emma returning, things could get a bit easier. I doubt it. That's the latest on Sasha Banks. It's a fucking complete mess with the women's division on Monday Night Raw. Now, I did mention that Sasha Banks is hopefully turning heel. WWE is planning a major character change for Sasha Banks before WrestleMania 33, like I just documented, as she is rumored to go against Bayley at WrestleMania. Last year, the decision was made to bring Charlotte, Becky, Sasha to the WWE's main roster before SummerSlam. Almost a year and a half later, their impact on WWE programming continues to revolutionize women's wrestling. I use that term loosely. Charlotte could continue. Let me rephrase that. Charlotte could become the best women's wrestler in WWE history, which is probably going to be the case because WWE has forced that upon us already, and you see that's the directive that they're going in. Becky Lynch is the current SmackDown Women's Champion, and Sasha Banks is the top female face on WWE TV. Charlotte was pushed immediately as the top draw in the women's division by officials. It took some time for Becky Lynch to find her place in WWE, but Sasha Banks became a top face for the division after her feud with Bayley in NXT created massive buzz, and the WWE Universe got behind her. Ever since then, the boss has found great success in WWE, and she won the Raw Women's Championship three times this year. However, Banks will take a back seat heading into 2017. Now, despite the fact that she made history on multiple levels at WWE Hell in a Cell, and she lost the match, the women's title, the feud to Charlotte, all this, unfortunately, there are some significant mistakes made during that match, and it's been said that Sasha has taken the majority of the blame backstage for those mistakes, and WWE officials and Vince McMahon also blame her as well. Based on recent progression of WWE programming, Banks will be... What am I reading here? I don't know what I'm reading here. Why is this report reiterating the same fucking garbage that we talked about? You know? Let me move on to what actually is the most important thing here. According to a new report, WWE officials are looking into the idea of turning Sasha Banks heel over the next few months. The belief is a heel turn would take place well before WrestleMania 33 in Orlando next year. A possible heel turn could be good for her since she accomplished a great deal in NXT as a heel, which was fantastic, and made WWE history. The character change would freshen her up, but the WWE Universe may not be willing to accept the change. Probably not. Sasha is more than capable of pulling off the heel persona and character change, but WWE is high on Banks right now, so WWE officials would need to replace her position as the top face of the women's division if the heel turn is going to work. Thankfully, WWE has Bayley waiting in the wings, which is a great thing. It's been rumored and reported for a long time now that WWE is looking to book Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando, like we just stated. That match would be huge considering their history in NXT, but Banks turning heel may be necessary to ensure Bayley is over the way WWE wants her to be on the grandest stage. The belief is their bout at WrestleMania could be a women's championship match. Well, I would hope so. Before WrestleMania 33 next year, WWE is planning to make Charlotte's undefeated streak on pay-per-view a major storyline. I don't know how that's going to be. We have to see at Roadblock if they're going to continue that or not. But as of this report, I believe WWE is still in the mindset of keeping that a major storyline going into WrestleMania. The belief is that the title change will happen at the Royal Rumble. What am I reading here? What am I reading here? The belief is that the title change will happen at the Royal Rumble next year if the WWE Universe gets behind Bayley like they did in NXT. After that, the plan would be for Sasha Banks to turn heel and set the two of them up for the grandest stage of them all. Well, this report obviously was written before Sasha Banks won the title. What they're saying here is that a title change would happen at the Royal Rumble, and then Bayley would go on to win the title at WrestleMania. This report is completely wrong. A little over a year ago, WWE put Bayley and Sasha Banks in a big match situation that was at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and the two women set the revolution on fire in WWE. WWE officials are trying to see if they can make lightning strike twice It's a challenging goal, but Sasha Banks turning heel may be what is needed to pull off another historic bout at WrestleMania and many months of great matches leading up to that match. So, despite everything that I just said, fuck it. The main thing here is that WWE is thinking about turning Sasha Banks heel. She is the WWE Women's Champion right now for Monday Night Raw. And I don't even want to go as far as to even think about what's going on until we get through Roadblock. Because I know for a fact Charlotte is going to have another match with Sasha Banks at Roadblock. Probably some type of fucking stipulation, right? They're seeing Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss have a tables match. They're probably going to try and one-up them again. Oh, they're having a stipulation for their women. Let's try and do one better. Maybe they'll make it a ladder match or something. I don't know. But regardless of that, Sasha Banks, to me anyway, needs to turn heel. I think her best work, her best body of work was a heel in NXT, man. She was dastardly. She was a bitch. But I don't think WWE is going to do that, man. Not when you're portraying Sasha Banks as this gorgeous fucking Instagram model posing in all these different outfits, and she's all over the fucking YouTube channel. She's with Xavier Woods, a fun-loving, gaming, geek girl, you know, all over the place. People love her. The little kids are wearing the glasses. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But then again, you know, you really don't need... I mean, it would make the match better, but you really don't need Sasha to be heel to go against Bayley. You could just build the whole best friends angle and build animosity slowly and slowly and slowly and have it just pop at WrestleMania. You know, who's the better of the two? And you take two best friends who want to prove that they're better than one another. Or who's the best, you know? That's all you need. It could work. There's nothing wrong with booking a face versus a face in that type of situation at WrestleMania, you know? But I don't think WWE is going to go through with the Sasha Banks heel turn. I really don't. I would like it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Finally here, we're going to talk about Goldberg and the possibility of him winning the Royal Rumble. I don't like this at all. This is not really a news article. This is more of an opinion piece, but I want to show you how jaded these fucking people are. We're 2 months away from the Royal Rumble, and as a result, the WWE rumor mill is in full swing. And according to the latest reports, it looks like we know exactly who is going to take home the honor of winning the Royal Rumble when it comes to San Antonio in January. According to Forbes magazine, these guys are fucking goons. Don't even listen to them. Latest round of WWE rumors, Paul Heyman, better known as Brock Lesnar's mouthpiece, has officially announced that his client will be joining Goldberg in the Royal Rumble, leading many to speculate that this is a sign that Goldberg will take home the glory at this year's event. Don't know how you get that from Brock Lesnar being in the Royal Rumble, but by all means, Forbes, continue writing garbage. Wrestling fans will recall that the last time Goldberg stepped into the Royal Rumble ring was all the way back in 2004, when Brock Lesnar cost him the crowning glory. 13 years later, it's evident that Goldberg is out for blood, and after he slayed the beast in 90 seconds, it's evident that he's not going to stop until Lesnar's career is all but obliterated. Forbes agrees and even goes as far as to point out that no one but Goldberg should win the Royal Rumble this year. Really now? Okay, let's see what they have to say. The case for Goldberg is even stronger, says Forbes. He's white hot. He was given the type of win that nobody even expected him to achieve. And this is a man who built a career in WCW mastering the squash match. The iron is hot with Goldberg, and having him win the Royal Rumble in front of a record-breaking crowd, singing his name is the only thing that will make him hotter. This translates to WrestleMania on fire. No. There's other ways to build intrigue to get us to a Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg match at the Royal Rumble, okay? But in their latest round of WWE rumors, this website, Sports Rageous, never heard of them before, is a little less excited about Goldberg's chances. According to them, it's John Cena, not Goldberg, that will take home the victory in the Royal Rumble. As it stands right now, Cena is looking to make wrestling history. If he wins the Royal Rumble this year, he will be tied to both Stone Cold Steve Austin for winning the most Royal Rumbles and Ric Flair for having the most titles in history. And as it's been previously reported, Cena is not happy with the way things are going in WWE right now, and he's going to need something to keep him on the roster for a little while longer. What better than to make him the Royal Rumble winner and then obviously go on to fight for the World Championship at WrestleMania, which I do think is going to happen. I have not reported yet about the Elimination Chamber. I will do that on part 4. But the Elimination Chamber is announced as a Raw pay-per-view. It's a Raw exclusive. So if WWE is announcing the Elimination Chamber as a Raw exclusive, there's only one reason for the Chamber, and that is to determine a number one contender for the Universal Championship. Because if that is the case, that means a Monday Night Raw wrestler or superstar is not winning the Royal Rumble. It is going to a SmackDown guy. And it's probably going to be John Cena. Probably going to be John Cena, if that's the case. But, again, WWE, again, fucked up. Instead of making the Elimination Chamber a dual-branded pay-per-view, which, I mean, WrestleMania is the biggest event of the year, and it's going to house both brands. I don't know why you didn't make the entire road to WrestleMania dual-branded. Royal Rumble dual-branded. Elimination Chamber is big enough to be dual-branded. You got WrestleMania dual-branded. I don't know why you didn't make this all about both brands. Why are you making Raw the exclusive home for the Elimination Chamber? That means we're not going to have a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view until, I believe, Fastlane in March. So, January, February, all the way till March, we're not going to have a SmackDown brand pay-per-view. SmackDown's got the fucking shit end of that deal. I'll tell you that right now. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but WWE, again, has made the wrong decision, if you ask me. Meanwhile, sites like What Culture and the latest round of WWE rumors from them suggest that it's even more unlikely candidate will take home the Royal Rumble glory, Finn Balor. They think Finn Balor's going to win it. Because Finn Balor, unlikely, he's not really back from injury yet, and they're going based on this entire surprise thing where he comes back and shocks everybody. Ever since SummerSlam sidelined the once great fighter, he's still a great fighter if you ask me, he's just out with an injury. The once great fighter. It's like he's never going to fucking fight again. Finn Balor has been looking for a chance to get back into the ring and shake off his rookie status once and for all. Rookie. Since the WWE, as of late, has been bringing back all of the classics and fan favorites, it makes sense that they would do the same for the so-called Demon King. Besides, Balor has demonstrated that he has the support of both the WWE creative team and the WWE fans when it comes to his transition into greatness. Nonetheless, a Royal Rumble victory would be great for Balor, and then it would shoot him right back into the spotlight. Finn Balor's not winning it. It's gonna be a SmackDown superstar. The way it's set up pay-per-view wise, it's going to be a SmackDown guy. It's just the way it's got to be. That's logical right now. Things could change. Things could definitely change. I'm not saying that it's going to be set in stone, but as of right now, with that announcement, it looks like a SmackDown guy is going to win the Royal Rumble. And I don't like that because it makes the Royal Rumble field predictable. Because there's not many people on SmackDown that you could give the Royal Rumble victory to. And it just sucks. It really does. I don't think they made a good decision by announcing that it should be a Raw pay-per-view. The entire road to WrestleMania should have been a dual-branded affair. Both Raw and SmackDown. But, again, what the fuck do I know? I'm an asshole who's sitting in front of a microphone pretending he knows everything. You know, fuck me, right? Fuck me. But that is what Forbes thinks. There's 3 different opinions here. One says Goldberg. One says John Cena. One says Finn Balor. Whatever the case may be. Royal Rumble is going to be a huge event. And I'm sure everybody is excited for the biggest event this year. To me, it's the biggest event. Fuck WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble, to me, is always the biggest event. I love it. It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year, and I can't wait to see what happens. And especially with that AJ Styles room with The Undertaker, man. I'm looking forward to what they got planned for the Royal Rumble. Thank you guys for everything, man. If you're listening on iTunes, this is the end for you. But if you're listening on YouTube, which I'm sure you guys are right now, I will have part 4 of Off the Script later on Monday. About 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, usual time. But until then, I hopefully have news regarding TLC coming up later today. And obviously the TLC review and results exclusively on YouTube.com. Thank you guys for everything this weekend. WrestleRumble.com. Make sure you guys enter the pool. Patreon.com if you guys want to support the podcast. Thank you guys so much for all those who have pledged. If you guys still want to buy your t-shirts, man, JD's Negan, Dana Brooke Design, Get Off My TV, Barber Shop Window, get yours today, $19.99, great fucking quality. They ship worldwide, so make sure you guys get yours today, man. All shapes and sizes. They got long sleeve. Anything you guys need, it is on that website, man, barbershopwindow.com. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already, and I will see all of you hopefully back later today with some TLC news. If not, tonight. TLC review and results right here on YouTube.com. I am JD. Thank you so much for a great weekend of Off the Script, and I will be back next week with more great WWE news and rumors. Until then, take care. I'll see you guys for TLC tonight, and I'll talk to you later.